Hi, welcome to another episode of Hot Takes, and there is a whisper in the wind. If you listen very carefully, you can hear it. And what is this whisper? Well, Gordon Brown has recently been ennobled. He is now Lord Gordon Brown. And that gives him something. That gives him a little bit of, but we say, political pixie dust. Izzy wizzy. Let's get busy. The magic is in the air. And you can do a bit of prestidigitation and exchange one Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, for another, Gordon Brown. It's possible for Gordon Brown as a Lord to become the Chancellor of the Exchequer. There's no rules against it, you see. You can have a Lord as a Chancellor, or as any member of the Cabinet, as any minister. A Lord can be a minister. Lord Cameron was for a short while with the Tories a minister. Alex Douglas Hume was the Prime Minister and a Lord. It's possible, you see. So why would they want him? Now, the fact is, Gordon Brown was a terrible Chancellor of the Exchequer. He lost all that money on the gold by telling everyone in advance he was going to sell it, so the gold price plummeted. He then stole everybody's pensions. He was a terrible, awful Chancellor of the Exchequer. And yet, bad as he was, he's seen as a safe pair of hands in comparison with Rachel Reeves. For whilst he was a terrible Chancellor, he is at least an experienced Chancellor. And so the rumours are, whispers on the wind, as I say, about giving Rachel the elbow and bringing in Mr. Brown. The ever-changing, never-ending ebb and flow of political fortunes, eh? Who'd have thought Brown could come back? Well, it looks like it may well happen. The economic crisis is permeating the whole of Westminster now. Number 10 are in a bit of a tiz. They're very, very worried. They're making the noises that, she has our full confidence and she'll be there for the full 5 years. But that's exactly the sort of thing they're going to say while they plan how to get rid of her. Politics is, if nothing else, ruthless. It has to be. So as every day passes, she loses ever more credibility. The country loses ever more money. She loses ever more control of the situation. She personally, I think, is sinking ever deeper into a fit of depression. And she's looking so very tired. It's taken the strain, hasn't it? She's aged horrifically. But this is because, of course, she's so massively out of her depth, out of her comfort zone. She's doing things that she was never supposed to be doing. She's the tea girl at best. She was never an economist. Despite the claims, never an economist. And that's why everything is going so very sour. Now, there's many sobriquets. They call her Rachel from accounts. They call her the complaints department girl. They're starting to call her Rachel Doom and Gloom. But there is nothing that's going right. And so they are looking for, answers. And of course, extreme problems require extreme solutions. But is reintroducing Gordon Brown into number 11 truly the best you've got? Because if that's the best you got, I've got to be honest, you ain't got much, have you? Terrible, terrible thing. Now, the Chancellor's departure now looks more a case of when, not if. Replacements are being looked at, but really no one in the current sort of setup can really do it. They've got no one with, experience or knowledge or talent that can do it. But out comes Gordon on his white steed, racing to the rescue, Hi-ho, Silver, away. He's keeping his one good eye on the job, I think. Now, some people just think it's a joke. Some people think it's tongue-in-cheek. Some people are guffawing at the idea. But increasingly around Westminster, and particularly around number 10, they're looking more seriously at the idea. Now, apparently, and again, this is speculation and alleged and rumour, second-hand rumour at that, not one I've been told directly, but second-hand rumour that's come this way, is that Morgan Mcweeney is worm-tonguing into Starmer's ear and basically saying Rachel has to go. And it's actually Morgan Mcweeney that's suggesting that they bring Gordon Brown back. It's madness, surely. It's such a vote loser. But then everything else is such a vote loser. Is it the only credible option left to Labour, though? It is, as I say, an extreme choice, but it might be really the only one they have. I mean, it seems like madness. Now, no one has ever said that Brown is stupid. He's not. He is a very intelligent man, generally. He ain't half done some really stupid things, as I say, about the gold. And then whenever you're wearing a mic, it's always on. Remember that. Remember that bigoted woman comment? No. If you're wearing a mic, it's on. So he's done a couple of stupid things, but he's a very rude man. He's an incredibly impatient man, and everybody hated working with him. So yeah, bring him back. If he can alienate everybody in number 10, then excellent. Let's have the general level of malaise and ill feeling rise in that building. It'd be fantastic. But the top priority of the government, they say, is growth, but that's absolutely failed. They're looking desperately for solutions to the problems they have created. And rather than the one thing that they can't do, which is reversing the decisions they've made, because that makes them look stupid, they have to now find a way out. And I'm afraid the only way out is Rachel Reeves falls on her sword. She can go, look, I've been very ill recently, health reasons, whatever, who cares? Who gives a flying shit? As long as she goes. And then they'll bring in, Super Brown, Brown Trouser Man to save the day. God help us one and all. Let me know what you think. Thanks very much. Scary, innit? Bye.